For years, I believed that if I was really healed, I wouldn't remember what happened. I wouldn't get triggered and I wouldn't struggle. But the biggest lie I believed about healing was that healing meant becoming stronger. What God showed me instead changed everything.
Yeah. Morning on my skin, no mask, no script. I like my name when it sits like this.
Have you ever thought that if you were truly healed, certain things wouldn't bother you anymore? I used to believe that. In fact, I used to think that healing meant forgetting or never getting triggered or becoming a stronger person. But the further I've gotten on this journey, the more I've realized that almost everything I believed about healing was wrong. And if you're in a season of trying to heal from trauma, abuse, betrayal, grief, or any painful experience, I want to share some of the biggest lies I believed and what God has been teaching me instead. The first lie I believed about healing was that healing meant forgetting. As someone who experienced abuse, I spent years trying to forget because I wholeheartedly wanted those memories gone. I wanted to erase entire parts of my brain, if I'm gonna keep it real, because I thought that if I could just stop thinking about it, then maybe I was healed. But no matter how hard I tried, certain memories would always find their way back, especially during seasons when I least wanted them to. And for a long time, I viewed those memories as proof that I wasn't healed, but now I see them differently. Healing isn't about forgetting, it's about learning how to respond differently when those memories arise. For me, that meant learning forgiveness and not just forgiving the people who hurt me, but forgiving myself. I had to forgive myself for the years that I spent carrying shame, for the years I blamed myself, for anger that I carried, and for believing that I should have known better when I was just a child trying to survive. So, healing is not about forgetting anything, it's more about extending grace to yourself. The second lie I believed was that healing meant no longer being triggered. I thought that if I was truly healed, nothing would affect me anymore. Nothing would hurt, or nothing would remind me, or nothing would make me emotional. But that's not how healing works. Triggers still happen, memories still surface, and people still say things that touch wounds that you didn't even realize were there. The difference isn't that triggers disappear, the difference is how you respond. Maybe years ago, your response was anger or shutting down or drinking or numbing or isolating yourself, overeating, overspending, or just running from your feelings altogether. But true healing changes your response to triggers. Instead of spiraling, you pause. Instead of self deconstructing, you care for yourself. And instead of blaming yourself, you speak positively to yourself with compassion. The trigger will still show up, but it no longer controls you. The third lie I believe was that healing meant becoming stronger. That one surprised me the most because I spent most of my life trying to be strong, strong enough to handle it, strong enough to survive it or to push through, just trying to be somebody that doesn't need anybody or whatever it is. I always kept my walls up, but healing didn't make me stronger. It made me more dependent. It taught me that I can't heal myself. It taught me that there's wounds deep enough that no amount of self discipline can fix. Like it required full surrender. It required admitting that I needed God. Healing required letting go of control. And that's uncomfortable because we love this idea of being strong. But God kept showing me that His strength works best when I stop pretending that I have everything together. The fourth thing that healing requires is honesty. And honesty is hard too, because sometimes honesty means admitting things happened that you wished had never happened, and admitting that you were hurt or betrayed. It means admitting that something affected you more deeply than you wanted to acknowledge. For years, I became very good at building walls, not just for other people, but for myself. There were parts of my story that I didn't want access to, parts of my emotions that I didn't want access to, and my pain that I didn't want access to. But healing doesn't happen when you're in denial. Healing happens when there's honesty. You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge, and you cannot heal what you keep hiding. You have to tell the truth about what happened, tell the truth about how it affected you, tell the truth about where you are right now. That's where healing begins. The turning point for me was when I stopped trying to fix myself and I surrendered everything to God. I think sometimes we approach healing like it's a project. Like if we read enough books, watch enough videos, journal enough pages, or attend enough therapy sessions, or complete enough steps that we'll eventually arrive at a destination called healed. But healing isn't a project that we manage. It's a process that we got to surrender to. God was never asking me to fix myself. He was asking me to trust him. He was asking me to let him lead. He was asking me to stop carrying things that were never mine to carry to begin with. And every stage of healing that I've experienced has been something God walked me through. The honesty, the forgiveness, the surrender, the breaking down of walls, the learning to respond differently, and freedom. God did that, not me. So, what does healing look like for me today? Honestly, healing for me looks like just depending on God every day. Is realizing that there's still areas of my life that He's still healing, and there's still things that I'm learning and unlearning, and certain places that God is still growing me in. Healing has given me something I didn't have before, which is freedom. Not freedom because I never get triggered, not freedom because I never remember things, or not freedom because I'm perfectly healed, but freedom because those things no longer control me. And because I can recognize what's happening and respond differently. I have boundaries, I have awareness, and I know God is healing me one layer at a time. And that's the truth that I wish someone had told me years ago. Healing isn't becoming a different person. Healing is becoming free enough to be who God created you to be. Before you go, if we haven't met yet, hey, I'm Andrea, and on this channel, I share my journey of healing, faith, and discovering what God can do when you surrender your pain and start walking in freedom. If this video resonated with you, I'd love for you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments, which part of the healing journey are you currently walking through? I read every comment, and I'd love to hear from you, and I'd like to hear your story. Until next time, remember, healing isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming free enough to be who God called you to be. I'll see you in the next video.